Okay, the next part is where we're going to be dealing with style layout, and this is where we get into some pretty heavy CSS and using the div tag and applying styles to them for the layout. I just want to say one little quick thing about HTML5, and what you're going to see is that a lot of the names that I use for my ID tags, so the div ID equals such and such name, with regards to HTML5, I'm changing the IDs to reflect what the HTML5 tag would be. So for instance, if I had div ID equals header, then it would eventually be in HTML5 the header tag. So please keep that in mind. Um, so I'm going to go to exercise 3. I'm going to collapse the browser and go to my downloads folder, and there's my layout exercise. I've downloaded this a number of times, so ignore the rest of those. What you're going to find inside is you're going to find the BG2 instructions and title 2. I'm just going to add that to my Yoga Sangha site into the images folder. Just drag those two in there. And then open up my instructions folder and then close out these windows. Okay, first thing, I'm going to transfer a lot of the content from the first page into this layout. So have your first page open to do that. I'm going to create a new page called Yoga Sangha underscore layout.html. So I'm just going to file new HTML, file save as, and I'm just going to copy and paste. I'm going to paste in that name there, paste that into the root directory. Next thing, page title. This one's a little bit longer. It's better for SEO. It's got San Francisco in there. It's got the name, mission district, so it's got some pretty important keywords in the title. And then I copied the two images in there, did that already. Next one, my body styles. Now in this case, I'm going to do this the more preferred CSS way. So text color is 339, font family is Trebuchet, and I'm going to create a new style, and I'm going to do a tag style, which is going to be my body tag. This is the exact same thing as going up to insert, media, and so forth, or insert property, page properties. I'm going to do this the more proper way. So my font family, Trebuchet. My font color is 339, and my background color, let's just make sure I got the, is that right? 339? 339. Text color is a dark blue. My background color is that hexadecimal value that I copied, and there we go, boom. Sandy gray, background, dark blue text color, and Trebuchet font. Now, the next part is I'm going to create my structure, and I'm going to do that using the Dreamweaver interface for creating div tags. This is going to make it a lot easier. I'm going to pull these instructions off to the side, so while I read these out, you can follow along on your own set of instructions here. I'm going to use insert layout objects div tag. You can either do that, or you can go to your insert bar layout tab and insert div tag. That's a little bit easier, so I'm going to do that. First one, wrapper. New CSS role. A little dialog box looks like that. And what I have is the wrapper needs an 800 pixel width, so I'm going to go to the box model. 800 pixel width. Center align. That means not text center align, but div center align, which is auto right, auto left for the margin. Overflow equals auto. That's one we haven't talked a lot about. I will tell you why. I'm going to go click auto here, and background color, I'm just going to copy and paste the background color in the background area. The reason why I do overflow equals auto is covered in the lectures, so I'm not going to spend time with it now. Directly inside the wrapper div, insert a div name section. Now, so I'm going to press my insert div here. I'm going to click ID, and this one is going to be section. New CSS rule. And this is float left align, so box, float, left, and 600 pixel width. Click OK. I'm going to select the content inside there. Inside the wrapper div named section, or inside the section div, I'm going to insert a div named header. These are all IDs, so when I say named header, I mean an ID name, not a class. Click OK. And the background color, I'm going to save that out. So background color is this hexadecimal number and 600 pixel width. Click OK, click OK. That has changed my background color here. Insert image title to JPEG and add the alt text. Same as my title there. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to insert image. That's title 2. My alt text, paste there. Get rid of that content. So you should have something that looks like this right now. After the header div, insert a div named article. So what that means is now to control this, what I like to do is select down here at the bottom the header div. That selects the whole div. It says after the header div, which means that it's still inside the section div. So that's important. Insert a div named article. So I'm going to call that article. New CSS rule. Now the article div has this background color. This one needs background image BG2, no repeat. No repeat. Padding 10 pixels, so box, 10 pixel padding. Width 580. Min height. Now this is not something I can grab in this interface, so I'm going to click OK and insert that. That's where all my content is going to go. But I have to go into the style area right here and add that min height because this isn't in the Dreamweaver interface. So I'm going to hit space. That gives me the drop-down list. Now it is in this drop-down list, so if I start typing it out, the min height is 800 pixels. So you just have to type that in like that. And make sure you put the semicolon at the end. Okay, the next part, add the content into the article div from the first page, starting with H3 class light blue and ending with principles of alignment and Ansara Yoga. So I'm going to jump over to my last one. Now I'm going to do this from the code. It's much easier to do this from the code. So it says start here, and it goes down to principles of alignment of Ansara Yoga. So we keep on going down here. There. That's what it's asking me to copy. So I'm going to copy that, paste that in here. Now I copied it from the HTML, so I'm going to paste it into the HTML. And boom, you should have like this. What's wrong here? All of a sudden, all my images don't line up. So it says, if you read below, make sure you don't forget to copy the corresponding styles into the head tag. That's these styles. Remember my float, my fonts, strong text, light blue text, title text. We don't really need the title text, but we do need these because these styles are being used in the next one. So I'm going to copy that over and just paste that right at the end of my other styles like that. So we have that, and boom, just like magic, everything looks great. After the section div, insert a div named aside. So section, you can use this as really helpful for this part. See how I have to go 3 up there. I'm going to select all that. Then in my code view, I can see where the section div ends, and I'm going to click the return bar, and I'm going to now add a div named aside. And the rules for aside are float, align right, padding 10 pixels, width 180. Okay, click OK, and boom, you should have this go right there. The numbers are really important. Directly in the aside div, insert a div named times. So I'm just going to delete this directly inside there, and this one's called times. New CSS rules. And the only thing that I've got going with the times is font color FFC. It's a light yellow. Click OK, click OK. Boom, you should have that light yellow color now. Now we're going to copy and paste some content from the other ones. So we're going to go back in here, and this is from H3 schedule. That's this one right here. And we're going to copy down to the end of the UL, the unordered list, and we're going to paste it. Again, you want to paste it in the code view. Boom. You should have something that looks like that. After the times div, insert a div named contact. So again, there's my div times. Go to the end of that, and I'm going to insert a div named contact. New CSS rule. Click OK. Contact. Font color is the same, FFC. And we're going to copy and paste the contact information from the text in here. Go inside my HTML. And there you go. And that's it. So there's my layout. Nice and neat.